It is Monday here in the Transformer world, and today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of different Transformer merchandise, as well as some updates of stuff that we talked about last week. And the first thing we're going to jump into is Kotobukiya. Now, Kotobukiya, with their Bishoujo line, has been making a whole bunch of different Transformer merchandise of sexy ladies, the robots in disguise as female characters, human female characters, and they've done them with GI Joe, they've done them with My Little Pony, and they've seen a lot of success with that. And the Transformer line is no different. And we've had a whole bunch already in the past. We've had Optimus, we've had Bumblebee, we've had Megatron, we've had the evil Nemesis version that's going to be a con exclusive, and now we have Starscream. Once again, this is drawn by Shuya Yamashita, who's done all of the Kotobukiya Bishoujo statues, and the Starscream one here looks as expected. It's pretty much taking the Starscream design and interpreting it as a feminine character with some kind of female dress. So, obviously a skirt, figure out a way to make the legs of the robot mode look like high stockings. And how do you make those wings? Well, make it like a backpack with straps, I guess. And you know what? I've honestly seen cosplayers do something similar like that when they want to cosplay Starscream or any of the Seekers. So this is this is par for the course. Again, yet another, and the one that probably would be the best for Kotobukiya, because the repaints that will come from this of all the Seekers afterwards. I could only imagine. I mean, we already saw with the Optimus to the Nemesis Prime or the Black Convoy, and how they're willing to do a slightly new different head sculpt, add new accessories or new weapons. So I can imagine probably the same thing will be done here when they do Thundercracker, Skywarp, and the works afterwards. Wonder how they'll do Coneheads. Give them a dunce cap or something? I don't know. So this is pretty exciting. Already there's fan art of this. The fans are excited about this. Even some of the big-time cosplayers in Japan that have cosplayed some of the previous versions are now looking at this one and scratching their chin and going, all right, here we go. So pretty exciting stuff. Again, pre-orders for these will probably start showing up very, very soon. It's usually in that $100 range, but they're high-quality statues of the highest proportions. I love Kotobukiya stuff in general. I love their model kits, too, that they do with Mega Man. A lot of good stuff. So anyways, check that out. Also, what we have is, if you're a Nintendo Switch player, good news for you, especially on the Transformer side of things. Not only do we have two Nintendo Switch Transformer games, one from Battlegrounds and now one that's coming from Earthspark, and we also have a Nintendo Switch official Transformer hard case protector for lugging around your Nintendo Switch when you're on the go. So this one's done by Numskull. They've done a few little Transformer merch here and there, little figurines and everything, and now they're doing an official Nintendo Switch case. It has a hard outer shell surface with a soft lining on the inside to protect your case from getting scratched and everything. It has a little handle if you want to just kind of lug it around, like almost like a handbag. Has Optimus and Megatron in an evergreen kind of style with a red and purple kind of Decepticon Autobot clash there. Looks really nice. Holds up to 10 cartridges, as well as space for other stuff like thumb grips and cables. There's a little slot for that too. I've always had this kind of stuff for my Game Boys and DSs, and I'm honestly considering this one here too because it looks kind of cool. The price for this is it's $18.99, so about $20 more or less, which is pretty par for the course, honestly. That's pretty much what these cases cost. So these will be showing up. Usually Numskull releases stuff through Hot Topic, but something like this I can imagine being in a GameStop and everything like that too. Otherwise, you could order it online. Pretty not hard to find it online to pre-order and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool too. And the last thing we're going to cover is an update. We talked about last week the Transformers the Movie Retro Reissue Vintage line, and how in France they found an Insecticon Kickback. And all we had was the front of the box. We didn't know much else about it. Well, now finally someone took a picture of the back of the box. So now we know how the actual figure looks like, and not just box art that's probably done by Marcelo, judging by how the art style is here. And so in the back of the box, we finally get a shot of how the figure looks and all the different paint deco applications to it. So as I expected, the originally black visor on the original 1985 Insecticon is now going to be red to be animation accurate. They're going to make a solid yellow for the chest instead of a clear yellow. All the stickers have been removed, and it's just extreme paint deco across the board. It looks like they're going with chrome for the wings, but maybe it's just the photography. It could still be silver, but it looks like it's chrome for the wings and the weapon, the Tommy gun that he always had, which I always found kind of funny. and an extra edition, which I didn't expect, because with the original, I believe it was the 2015 Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack that we got back in the day of the Insecticons, they came with a bunch of Energon cubes. So this one comes with one Energon cube on top of that, I guess for him to munch on. So that's a nice little extra addition to this. Maybe it's a way to kind of pump up the value so they could maybe get an excuse to release this with the same price point as Hound and Hot Rod. I hope that's not the case, but I get a feeling that's probably going to be the case. So this one here is probably going to be the one that ships in the case assortment with Perceptor. That's the belief, because Perceptor was also found in France just literally last week before that. So we will see what happens with it. And then afterwards, there's the rumors of Skywarp being probably for Wave 4, and we don't know who's going to join Skywarp, but that's always 2 figures a wave. It was pretty much Starscream with Hot Rod, Thundercracker with Hound, and now we have Perceptor with Kickback here, and then Skywarp, we will see who joins Skywarp. Give your opinions below of who you'd like to see. But either way, pretty cool stuff. Otherwise, I'm digging this line. Really nice paint decos. Probably the best versions these molds will ever have in terms of budget and paint and everything like that, and I really dig it. And that's it more or less for the news this day. Tomorrow we'll have a Transformer Tuesday with a lot of really cool stuff, and stay tuned for a lot of other really cool reveals and leaks that'll probably be popping up. Stay tuned for that here on the Transformer Slag podcast, and thank you for listening.